Alright, so Derp knows my playstyle. Derp has played against me before. I know he's a strong opponent. And I know he was on my friends list, that's why I added him in. I'm not cutting in line of everybody. I do apologize. It was just that I didn't want to have too much downtime. He knows my playstyle, though, so this should be a pretty decent test. I've had some issues with Ferrothorn in the recent past, and I know that Heracross, that Moxie Heracross, is rough. Really bad. Really bad on me. So, this could be a Heracross sweep. I've been wrecked by that Heracross a couple times already in 2s. So, good luck, have fun. I'm DKG Zavos, we're testing out a team today. And we're just doing 6s. That's what we're doing today. We're doing viewer battles. And this is one of my longtime viewers. This is Derp. So, we've got a Moxie Heracross. And I've seen this a couple times. And I don't know, that Heracross is annoying. Steel Durian, that's such a great name. Oh man. One of my favorite things about Pokemon and when you're playing against your friends is to see what people are using for names. I love it. I think it's awesome. Some of the names that are out there that people are using are just fantastic. I went up against somebody last night on Pokemon Showdown, and they were using names from, oh god. God, what was it? It was like Littlefoot and Big Tooth. Or no, Sharptooth. Sharptooth, that's what he was using. God, the names are awesome, though. Sharptooth. Littlefoot. Oh god, the names were awesome. Land Before Time inspired names on the entire team. Fantastic. Just a huge shout out to whoever did that. Bug thing is annoying. Not going to do a whole lot of damage there. It should have Flame Body, I believe. So it's a little bit risky playing this way. But we're going to keep setting up. I'm going to try and get as much value out of this as possible. Klefki, not exactly the most utilitarian Pokemon out there later in the game. We've seen it sweep pretty well, but I mean against like a Volcarona, against Derp in particular, I don't think that Klefki is going to do that much unless we're setting it up. I'm trying to think if I remember seeing anything that was... I don't remember seeing anything flying, so Earthquake should have been pretty effective. But we went for Rock Tomb. Went for Rock Tomb, hoping to slow down whatever came out. If you're going up against... Oh god, Draco Meteor, that's going to suck a lot. Especially if it's Life Orbed. Bye, Diggersby. Oh, he survived! Huh! Diggersby, though! Diggersby, though! Ho, ho! Oh, man. Derp, why don't you have choice specs? That would have done so much damage. Alright, so having paralyzed Heracross would have been really nice right about now. Should have thought about that earlier. Didn't though. So now's when we have to worry about having Moxie on Heracross. Alright, what's he going to have that he's going to be able to take out Heracross with, though? Or, no, he's going to go for a fighting move. So, I mean, I could sacrifice the Diggersby, knowing that it's not going to be that big of a utility later on. But knowing that this thing has got Moxie, and he predicted the switch pretty well, And I really did consider going for Mega Venusaur. Really considered going for Mega Venusaur there. So that would have been really, really bad. We're going to go for Psychic. It's a reasonable coverage move, but not really that good against a Ferrothorn. But now we're going for basically the riskiest move that we've got available, and that's 70% Focus Blast. 70% ends up being 50%, and I'm surprised that hit. Really surprised that hit. Did not expect that. Oh yeah, Noivern getting hit really hard there. Ugh. And that was just one of those things where you know that Volcarona is 4 times weak to a rock move, and then also weak to Earthquake, which is your stab move. So you kind of just have to play a little bit of odds there and try and figure out what you can do to it. And so I went for the rock move because of the 4 times weakness, and also knowing that if you've got an opponent that's got any flying Pokemon in their team, they're probably not going to keep Volcarona in against a ground-type Pokemon. So just go for the rock move, predict the switch a little bit, but it's also safe. For this one, we've got access to Aqua Jet, but I'm going for Play Rough, and again, that's just to try and get a little bit of coverage. I know that Play Rough is going to be really effective. Thinking that Azumarill would resist the Aqua Jet, you kind of have to try and stay one move ahead of your opponent there. You want to, if you know that they're going to be coming up with something to switch out, you just got to try and use something that's going to do some sort of damage. Even if it's going to be basically neutral coverage damage, just go for it. Might as well. I mean, if you've got something that's not going to resist a water move, they're probably not going to keep it in at full health. Mega Venusaur is seriously tempting against Heracross, but knowing that it's got stab bug moves, basically Mega Horn's going to crush anything that comes into play. He's also got close combat, which scares me from Scizor, because this is not a bulky Scizor. It's really not. We just gotta go for it. Take the Moxie. I don't have a whole lot that deals with this Heracross very well. This could be a really big problem. Went with Scizor because I'd seen him use the Mega Horn previously. But now we kind of have to just go for damage. You have to go for Bullet Punch. He's got, I don't know, he should have close combat in there. Get rid of that air balloon. Just a simple Bullet Punch. Any sort of damage to him, any sort of direct damage is going to get rid of that air balloon. Excadrill is pretty fast. Earthquake's going to do some neutral damage, but Excadrill is really powerful. So, I don't know if he's got access to it, though. So I want to do some damage on my way out. That's why I'm going for U-turn instead of switching just straight out. And that was a critical. So that's not a great example of what's going to happen with U-turn. But Excadrill can be a big threat. It made it into Ubers for a while, so keeping that in mind, Excadrill is not something to take lightly. Excadrill's crazy fast, it's crazy strong. Oh, I didn't think... I think that crit might have changed that a little bit. I don't think the Excadrill really would have been taken out by an Aqua Jet. I know this is huge power Azumarill with maxed out attack, but I feel like that crit changed how that was going to work out. So the other Pokemon that he's got left is Paralyzed. If we get Moxied, we're kind of screwed here. But I don't have a whole lot that's going to be able to resist a Mega Horn straight away. Gengar is not going to be able to resist a Mega Horn if it lands. At this point, Scizor won't even be able to resist it because he's not bulky. He's maxed out attack. So I feel like I just have to go for damage. Do some sort of damage, hope for something. Go for the Aqua Jet, try and do something. Close combat's going to hurt. But we survive. I'm really surprised that we survived that at all. I didn't expect that. But with 9 HP, that's pretty helpful. Apparently Azumarill's got a lot higher defenses than I really think. I don't have access to hit buttons. There we go. Alright, it was just taking a little while. I was expecting that to just kill Marilyn. I didn't expect that at all. But yeah, normally I would have switched out on Marill or Azumarill. I would have switched it out. But with the low health on everything that I've got, I just kind of have to go for it. Go for the gold. Do as much damage as I possibly can. But I'm going to keep going with Aqua Jet, so Volcarona's out of here. Because I'm going to get priority with Aqua Jet. But I want to see what kind of damage Venusaur is going to take switching in. So again, this is one of those things where I don't need to have a 5-0 sweep. I don't need that. I want to know what kind of damage is going to be done to this Venusaur switching in. Hurricane sucks. I know that Aqua Jet should be able to take out basically everything else. And I mean, I've got Energy Ball and Sludge Bomb on this thing. There's not really going to be a whole lot that it's going to be able to do to a Volcarona. But seeing what it does with Hurricane, that sucks a lot. And it's not going to be able to resist that Flamethrower from Volcarona. And it looked like it would... I'd estimate that probably about half damage. Probably about half there. Oh, one of my favorite things about this generation of Pokemon, you notice that it went din-in, 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 and then stopped. Back to the music. Oh, fantastic. That is one of those things that are really underrated in Pokemon, but awesome. And so I think that Volcarona was coming in to try and get Flame Body. Burn Azumarill just a little bit. Burn damage is going to do a little bit more than Leftovers can heal back. And there it was again. Dun 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 and done. Fantastic. But with Aqua Jet as well as Bullet Punch. Unless he's got some sort of recovery going on that I can't think of right now, this might be over. But he's going to get Moxie on us, that's for sure. Alright, so we've got Gengar. I don't know if Gengar is going to outspeed this Heracross. I don't know if he did in the past. And I don't know if Bullet Punch is going to be able to take this out. But I don't think that Venusaur would have been able to resist a Mega Horn from Heracross, so I don't think that would have cost us the game by any means. Oh, it is Scarfed, isn't it? That's why this Heracross is so fast. I forgot about that. I really love this Heracross, though. With Moxie, he's awesome. And then especially with Choice Scarf, he's so fast. This is a timid Gengar, and he's going to outspeed it. But being choiced, he is kind of locked into Mega Horn. Yeah, Choice Scarf on a Heracross outspeeds a Gengar. Not very effective. Ooh, that's surprising. Didn't think the Gengar would have that in him. But, there you go. Great game, derp. I was a little nervous there at the end. I will be...